Hello all, this is Robert here with another Tech Geek 311 review and roundup. This time I'm going to cover the new Apple WWDC 2014. This time around, Apple decided they were going to go ahead and cover software. So they decided to show off the new iOS 8 and also the new Mac OS X, which they named Yosemite. And as you can see here, since I don't have the beta, since I'm not a developer, I wanted to go ahead and show you on their site exactly what they showed off. So if you're interested in seeing the Keynote, right down here on the bottom, see if I click on here, and this will go ahead and show you the Apple Keynote. It's about a 2-hour event, so make sure when you watch it you got enough time for that. Then if we go back in here, this is the new Mac OS Yosemite, which I'll get into that in a little bit later. And then you also have the new iOS 8. So let's go ahead and get into this, and I'll go ahead and show you what they presented. So in case you want to see the video, you can. So this is going to be the new Mac OS X. This is called Yosemite. This is coming out in the fall. And basically in Yosemite, we'll go down here and give you a little bit of a tour on their site so you can see. But let's go ahead and get into Yosemite so I can show you more about what they presented and what I like about it. So here's Yosemite coming this fall. Of course, you can tell they redesigned it, made it completely new. In fact, it's going to follow a lot of what iOS 7 is in the iPhones and iPads. So you can see down here a lot of the transparencies, differences on the maps, the calendars, the messages. You go down here, they're going to tell you here, basically today's view is going to be a lot of notification center now. Your spotlight search is going to be better. They're going to build in a couple of newer apps here, so you're going to have a lot more stuff to do. So if I go in here, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So Safari, Mail, and your messages will now be easier to use. You'll be able to receive SMS messages, so that's going to be a benefit. You can see right here, Safari, it's going to have a lot of different tabs. You're going to have a lot of photos that show up nicely in it. So it's really been revamped. Down here, you'll see what they say, less toolbar, more of the web. More ways to find your favorite sites, so I'll be comprised in here. We'll go down here, see all your tabs at once, so you're going to have this new little tab screen. It's going to be pretty neat, pretty easy to go through all your stuff in Safari. Go down here, the search now is going to be the Google search. You're going to be able to search everything, whether it be on your Mac or whether it be on the web. Like it says here, you can surf faster for a longer period of time, so you can see the increase of what they're going to do with Safari. Down here, you're going to have more protection, more privacy, and right here, so it's basically the history is going to be offering support for Netflix and things like that. And then your mail, they're going to revamp the mail, so you're going to be able to send and receive your mail a lot better. It's going to work a lot better. Right here, of course, you can now send your large attachments with AirDrop, so you can have up to 5 gigabytes per message. That's going to be good for sending videos and big files. You can mark up your attachments right in your mail, so they're going to give you this marking feature that you can use. Down here, your messages, basically is going to be revamped. Type it or send it. If you notice here, you can see that they have it in green. That shows an SMS message, something we never had before that would send through to your Mac or iPads. So now every message on your phone will appear on the Mac. Then you're going to have the soundbite, so you're going to be able to send audio messages now through text. Be able to give your conversations a title, so you can title now your group messages. That's something that you'll be able to do on the phone as well. I'll get into that after this. You'll be able to get more friends in the conversation, so you can add people now within your threads. Finder now is going to be in this new thing called Icloud Drive, so everything will sync amongst all your devices. And right here you can see iCloud now has a new home and Finder. All your files organized the way you want them, so you're going to see you have a lot of different ways of doing your files now. It's going to be a whole lot easier to find your stuff and locate things. Going down here, like it says, you're going to be able to do stuff with your devices as well as your Mac, so you can see how everything is going to sync amongst each other. Then of course you're going to have AirDrop, so you're now going to be able to AirDrop from your phone or Mac or vice versa between the two. And that's something that I missed with the last update. And then of course your photos in iOS will be coming early next year. So this is something that that you might not get with the new update, but it is going to come eventually. Have all your photos and everything in the iCloud Drive. Okay, so we're going to go back up here again. And now we're going to cut into the iPhone, and we'll go into its new operating system. So let's go into iOS 8. This is going to be the new one coming this fall. And of course it's going to have a lot of the same features that the OS X is going to have. Like it says, they're calling it the most advanced mobile operating system. The good thing about this though is your iPad 2s will be able to get it, and basically most of your iPhones, not the iPhone 4, but at least your 5s and 5Ss, and of course the new iPhones that come out in the fall will be able to have it. Of course, this is your photos. Every photo you take now is on all your devices, so it'll sync simultaneously. Your messages will now be able to include locations, your voice memos, be able to record a short video clip or picture. The design is going to be definitely a whole lot different. When you do your multitasking, you're now going to have your contacts on top, your favorites and your recents that you can talk to or send messages to. Of course, you're going to have swipe controls now. That's something new. Go down here, you're going to have the smart keyboard. So it's going to give you the Predictive Text. It's a new feature. Family sharing, which is one I love. You can have up to 6 family members sharing content amongst each other. Pictures, apps, books, all that kind of stuff. Locations. And then of course the new iCloud Drive. So have everything syncing amongst each other without you having to really do anything. Then the brand new health app is going to be able to track everything you do, whether you use a third-party device or not, and that's going to all be in one place. That's going to be a brand new feature. Then we have this new thing here, and this is what I like the most. It says basically your iPhone, iPad, and Mac connected like never before. And this is seamless connection. So if you're working on something here, or someone calls you on your Mac or calls you on the iPad, you're going to be able to answer it. You're not going to always have to have your phone with you at the time. So this kind of continuity is definitely going to be a benefit. Then of course, Spotlight Search, same as the Mac. You're going to be able to search everything, whether it's on your device or not. This is the new thing for developers here. So they're going to give them a lot more control, a lot more things they can do, especially using iCloud and Touch ID. Then of course, for business people, they've improved a lot of the business features of iOS 8. And then this tells you the compatibility. The 4S's will get it. So if you have an iPhone 4, you're not going to get this update. Of course, 5s, 5Cs, 5S's, and the 5th generation iPod Touches again. And then of course your iPad 2s, your iPads with Retina display, the iPad Air, iPad Mini, and the last iPad Mini with Retina. And any brand new iPads or new iPhones will automatically have iOS 8 when it comes out. So I'm going to scroll back up here again to the top. And let's go into the photos so I can give you a little idea about the photos. Alright, so of course photos, every photo you take will automatically be synced amongst all your devices. This is something that we didn't have with PhotoStream. This is every photo, every video, all that stuff's going to be synced. So you're no longer going to have your camera roll anymore. This is something new that you're going to see in iOS 8. And this is, of course, your iCloud photo library. They're going to be changing also the iCloud gigabytes. So you're going to get a little bit of a change as far as price and how much. They're even going to go all the way up to a terabyte, at least from what they were showing us. And of course, this tells you fill your library, not your device. So your device doesn't have to worry about filling up anymore. And you can see here you get 5 gigabytes of storage free, like always, and then the plans start as low as 99 cents. So that's going to be another good feature there. And then of course you can organize here, there, and everywhere. You organize in one place, it automatically syncs in the next place. And then the last feature here, you can make your edits once, and you'll see them edited anywhere you have the device. So you can see here, you edit it anywhere, and it's automatically edited on the other device. Then let's go down here, and now of course you're going to have Fotosearch. So you're going to be able to search for your photos. That's another new feature here. You'll get more suggestions for nearby, year ago, favorites, and so forth. You can capture your moments, edit them any way you want. They're going to give you now new edit tools, new ways to sharpen photos, make them look a lot better. You're going to get also, it says the smart adjustments, so you're going to be able to adjust them piece by piece or let it auto adjust itself. So that's going to be a good thing. So of course you see auto adjust light, adjust color, or fine tune your edits. And then of course you can still have your photo filters and your editing tools. That stays the same, but it gets improved. And then it's going to come with this new feature here called time-lapse photos. So you're going to be able to do pretty cool shots showing time-lapse, things moving slow or growing or so forth. Okay, we're going to get out of this one now, and let's go back out, and let's going to go into your messages and show you the new messages. And of course, to go down here, now we can start adding our voice to the conversations. So you're going to get this little pop-up here when you tap on this little icon of a microphone. Hold your finger on the record. When you're done, swipe up. It's going to save it. If you don't want it, swipe across to your left. It'll delete it. And you'll have your messages now in voice instead of all in type. Down here, of course, same thing. You can do your videos. So if you hold your finger here on the camera button, you'll get this little pop-up here, which you can hold, record, and the same thing. Let it automatically save. Of course, you can take charge of your group messages now. So instead of having your group messages and people notifying you of every time someone answers or replies, this time you're going to be able to manage that now. You can delete someone, you can put do not disturb on it, you can leave that conversation, so you can have a lot more control over that. And of course, they're going to give you the ability now to share your location. So when you're in the middle of a conversation, you can share it either for your 1 hour and until the end of the day, or forever long you want it. And of course, you can see who's sharing that location. So it's going to use that Find My Friends feature as well. And that's going to be an also benefit for your messages. And of course here, you can tap to see every attachment from that conversation. So you don't have to keep scrolling up and down your messages to find all the pictures that are included or maps or whatever. This way you're going to be able to see everything is automatically there. And then of course you can send multiple photos and videos at once. So it's going to make it a lot easier to send stuff than it was before. Okay, and let's get out of messages. Go into design for a little bit. Okay, and this is going to be a couple of the new designs, of course. A lot of it's based off of iOS 7, as you can see. Going to have here, of course, your interactive notifications. This is something new. You get a notification, you can now act on it. Whether it be a text, whether it be an email, whether it be mail that you have, you're going to be able to act on those. So that's going to be another neat feature. So you can see right here, you can do mail, you can do reminders, snooze reminders, mark them as complete. course, third-party apps are all included, so you'll be able to do that too. Like and comment or so forth. Then you can have, of course, the shortcuts. Like I was saying, your favorites and your recents will show up automatically with your multitasking. So that's going to be another good feature there. Go down here, and of course your mail is going to change. So you're going to have a lot more control over your mail. You're going to be able to now minimize a mail down here to the bottom, open up another, copy and paste that information into that existing one. So you don't have to keep opening several types of emails at once just to get some information copied or pasted. It's going to make it a lot simpler and easier to do. And you can see down here now you're going to have a lot more things clickable. Addresses, times, be able to add people to contacts, ignore, and so forth. Of course, here now you have your swipe controls. You can swipe things to mark to read. You still have a more button, flag it, or you can trash it now. So you can have a lot more swipe motions like a lot of other apps have. Then of course your Safari is now going to come to iPad. It's going to be the same as Yosemite. You're going to be able to have that whole view instead of having all the way we had it before, where you can swipe through pages. This way you're going to have a complete view. Of course here you're going to get more features now on the side with the iPad. Of course you're going to have your favorites, all where you can get them accessible. And then we're going to get out of this one now. This is one that I've been using with another app actually, and they're actually going to include this now overall. And this is going to be your smart keyboard. This is that predictive text. So this says here basically that it's going to predict what you like to say next, no matter whom you're saying it to. And then you get the option to choose the word down here. And then it'll learn from everything that you've done and be able to try to predict what you want to say in the next thing. So it's going to make typing text and emails much, much faster. And down here, of course, you can see they give you a lot of examples how it can be used in mail and in text and all so forth. And then, of course, you can do this in multiple languages. So that's going to be a benefit. And then they're going to give you the option now of using the third-party keyboards. This will be interesting to see how they implement this. Okay, that's your predictive text. This one here is family sharing. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because I've never really found any apps that really work with sharing that well. So this is a feature I'm waiting for. And as you can see here, we got the family sharing. You can do up to 6 people. They say they have to be all on the same credit card. So I'm curious to see how this will work if you have iTunes credit. So that's what I want to find out for sure. But apparently you're able to share stuff that you've bought, things that you own, stuff like that. So, and like it says, all without having to share your Apple ID or password. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing really works. Same thing, whole family can contribute to your family album. So now collecting photos and being able to share those photos is going to run right across every member you have that you're sharing to. So it's going to make sharing photos and videos much, much faster. Same thing with doing your calendars now. You're going to have your own separate family calendar. Going to be able to share to all the people within that group. So it's going to make it a lot easier to do those things than it was before. And then, of course, doing it with the map. So you're being able to use Find My Friends. This one I currently use, and I do like it. It does work well. And then, of course, you're going to be able to now use the Find My iPhone with your group. And that's going to be another benefit. Be able to know where your devices are and your family's devices too. So that's a brand new feature. And then, of course, you can set your limits and still look good, guys. So this is going to be for your kids. If they want to download an app, they have to ask you first, and you have to review it or say not now. So you have to be able to give them permission to buy it. So that's going to be a great family feature. And then after predictive text, this one here is going to be a brand new iCloud now. I'm going to get the iCloud Drive. So basically any file, anything you have is going to sync amongst all devices no matter what. It should sync flawlessly according to what they said. Storing files in the cloud is simple. It's going to make it a lot faster, a lot easier. Of course, any edits you make on one, automatically edit on all the devices. That's going to be a huge, huge benefit. Of course, you start your work on one app, finish on the other. So if you started on the iPad, finish on the phone. Start on the iPhone, finish on the Mac, and so forth. Then the brand new Health app. This one, of course, is going to be able to track all your health and be able to put it all in one place, no matter what other app you're using. So you can use multiple third-party apps, and then this will all sync together. Of course, you're going to get all the information here. The Me part here, you can actually access that through the lock screen. So if you're unconscious or whatever, and they pick up your phone, the medical community or police can access that, and they can see what you're allergic to and so forth. So that's going to be a huge benefit for anyone of any age. That's going to be a great feature there. And like you see right here, this is your medical ID. So it's going to have all your information in there. And then, of course, health and fitness apps will soon work even harder. So you're going to get a lot more things you can do with your health and fitness, such as using your third-party apps and all that. That's going to be great. Then we're going to go down here. This is your continuity, but this is basically connecting your iPads and your Macs with the phone. So being able to use your iPad and your Mac like a speakerphone. So that's going to be a benefit, being able to do that. Of course, Handoff, this one is going to be fantastic. You start something on one device, and then it'll automatically give you a little prompt on the other device if you want to continue it or to finish it. So if I go through here, you can see, pull up now from the bottom. There you get whatever you were working on the Mac. And of course here, same thing. Work on an email here on the phone, pick it up here on the Mac. You'll get a little icon here on the corner. Click it, you'll be able to pull it up, finish it. And of course, like it says, iPad and Mac now can answer calls, so you get your speakerphone, can still do your FaceTime, can mute it and still end it. All that stays the same. Well, same as far as brand new feature. Then of course, send any kind of text. So now all your SMS messages, your text messages come through, not just all your iMessages. So you don't miss anything. Everything gets synced. Of course, no Wi-Fi, no problem. Your Macs automatically now with Yosemite detect your phone and will create a personal hotspot automatically. I don't know too much about this feature, if this is going to be affecting your data or not. That's something that we're going to have to look at through these betas as it goes through before this thing becomes live in the fall. So that's something I'll keep an eye on. I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Then we move on down to the Spotlight search. And this one, of course, is going to give you more options now. Give you things that are nearby, maps, mails, so forth. So, of course, you're going to have the Wikipedia, news, nearby places. You're going to get your iTunes store, your App Store, your bookstore. It's going to go down here. It's going to show you more suggested websites, more movie show times, and work in Safari as well. Then, of course, they covered a lot of things for developers since it is the Worldwide Developer Conference. So everything down here on the rest of this is pretty much for developers. So if you're already a developer, you're already running the beta version of this iOS 8. So not much I can help you out with there. But for all the rest of you guys that are watching this, that's pretty much going to give you a preview of what Apple talked about on WWDC. I kind of wish they would have covered hardware instead of just software, but since they did cover software, they did cover iOS 8, they did cover the new Yosemite. I think it was excellent. I cannot wait till the fall to get both of these on my Mac and on my iPhone and all that. It's going to be a great software. So we got a bunch of betas coming up between now and the fall. I'm not a developer, so I couldn't show you guys the beta versions. But I will keep you up to date and let you know what's going on. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. Hit that like below. Give me any comments if you have any. and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll bring you guys more info as it comes about. All right, thanks for watching.